Manchester after a run of encouraging results and the emergence of a new crop of young players at Old Trafford. There's a crowd for this Monday night replay that's almost as big as that for the first match on a Saturday afternoon. But youth tonight at Manchester is rested. Bryan Robson is fully restored to midfield after that latest hospitalisation, and in a match that United are desperate to win, Alec Ferguson has gone for experience. Gordon Strachan and Clayton Blackmore are included, and with an injury scare in training this morning to Steve Bruce, it means a place on the subs bench for Paul McGrath, the man whose career is in jeopardy following a long-term injury and his disciplinary disputes with the club. Injuries have depleted Queen's Park Rangers to the point of desperation. They're without 6 first-choice players tonight. At least Alan MacDonald is back after his suspension, and the injuries mean that number 11, Justin Channing, is in for his first game of the season. He'll play at right back. And among the subs, another youngster for the future, 17-year-old Bradley Allen, the younger brother of Clive Allen. And George Courtney starts this second replay at Old Trafford, which has certainly brought the fans out in their numbers tonight. Manchester United in their familiar red shirts, attacking the goal to the right. And depleted Queen's Park Rangers, who've drawn here twice already this season, 0-0 in the league at the first league match at Old Trafford, and 0-0 in that first cup tie a couple of weeks ago. They've already played 3.5 hours of football, and this the last of the third round ties still to be settled. Simon Barker, back from Pisanti. Had a good spell in the team here, Barker, this season, although dispossessed by Blackmore, who wasn't too impressed, and he was back to his captain, Bryan Robson. And Donachie back to Jim Leighton. United, of course, 6 times winners of the FA Cup, twice in the 80s. Bryan Robson was captain on those occasions in 1983 and 1985 against Brighton and Everton, but of course that was under the managership of Ron Atkinson. These days the man in charge at Old Trafford is Alec Ferguson. MacDonald back to Seaman. 1 England cap in the match in Saudi Arabia, David Seaman. England's third choice goalkeeper for the last few seasons. Easily cut out by Shaw. Robson, away from him by Parker. Steam will keep this in. It's got Dean Coney in the middle. And Barker has gone round his marker. Oh, it's a good cross. Real danger there for Manchester United. Dean Coney, who'd come into the box. Steen couldn't find him. He pulled that back behind his forwards. Rangers with the throw. Looking for MacDonald's little flick on, and MacDonald penalised for backing into Mel Donachie. What a loss he would be to Rangers with their current injury crop if he got his expressed wish to leave. Both these teams went out of the FA Cup in the 5th round last season. Manchester United at Arsenal and Rangers at Luton in a replay. Simon Barker. Steen. Neatly forward. Coney had just got offside. Well, the referee waved play on, thinking United had an advantage, and that may well accrue. Now, Gordon Strachan got a little bit of space. Strachan to Martin. He wants a good ball in now, and he's got time. McClair! A quick penetrating attack by Manchester United down the right flank, with the fullback Lee Martin getting forward to get in a really good cross. And Brian McClair, well, he got lots of force on that header, and the barest fingertips from Seaman put it over. Strachan to take the corner. And the little attempt at the overhead was by Steve Bruce. Well, a fine save by David Seaman, showing why he's currently in the England full international squad. Now Strachan. Lots of space to get forward, and United with players spare. This is Robson. It's gone a little bit wide for him. And he looks up in anguish, Bryan Robson. An opportunity possibly for one of his left foot shots, but it was just pushed a little bit too far wide. McClair, come back deep. Strachan's made a run, and that's carried over. Law. And a good centre, Parker. And Blackmore just got a boot to it. Now, David Pizzanti, only Steen ahead of him. And Maddox trying to make a break at the middle. There's a man spare. On the right-hand side, it's David Kerslake. Donach's header. Now Milne. And Rangers have committed a lot of players forward in that attack. They may get caught. Milne. Hughes. Well, it was a good shot from Hughes, but United might reflect it could have been better, because they had the Rangers defence backpedaling. A good run by Milne to Hughes, who opted to shoot from outside the box when he might have tried to find a colleague. Bargained by Ralph Milne from Bristol City last November. Mark Hughes down after that clash with Alan MacDonald, who's being spoken to by George Courtney. Alan MacDonald goes into the referee's book, and this is the challenge on Mark Hughes. Well, it wasn't a challenge, it was an elbow. And in fact, George Courtney has decided it's a red card. And that is a terrible blow to Queen's Park Rangers. Alan MacDonald sent off by George Courtney for what was quite clearly a deliberate foul. An elbow in the face of Mark Hughes. And Rangers, as if they hadn't got enough problems already, are now down to 10 men. So, 25 minutes gone, Rangers down to 10, and the game to restart with Clayton Blackmore's free kick. Well, it was a very positive decision by our FIFA referee, George Courtney. He hadn't booked Alan MacDonald before that. Clearance by Bruce. Parker again gets there before Hughes. Now Maddox. Steen. Nice ball for David Kerslake to chase. Well, that finally came off Lee Sharp. Well, Rangers have pushed 4 players into Manchester United's penalty area. Kerslake to try the long throw. Looking for Coney's flick on. This is Barker. Well, he got good contact with the ball, Simon Barker. McClair has come out wide. Strachan, neat back heel. Milne's available, he wants to find him, that's Robson. Trying to burst his way through the middle. Bruce to Martin. Strachan. Well, he's been involved quite a lot in this first half, Gordon Strachan. Still in play. Robson got higher than Maddox. Milne. Robson hunting. And that'll be a corner conceded by Brian Law. And Robson, you can see he's trying to generate something in his teammates, a little bit more urgency, a little bit more adrenaline. Somehow the sending off has caused Manchester United to go flat. Strachan with yet another corner, a minute and a half to half-time. And the crowd who came tonight, I'm sure many of them in anticipation of cheering a Manchester United victory, are now beginning to groan in dismay at what they will see as a disappointing first half. It was very much the young players who unlocked Queen's Park Rangers in the first replay at Loftus Road. Tony Gill, David Wilson and Daniel Graham. None of them involved tonight or on the subs bench. Bruce. Looking for Milne, and he waited a long time. McClair jumps highest. Oh, what a fabulous save. McClair's, well, there's a lot of people who wonder why he's only been capped by Scotland less than a dozen times. He has that remarkable ability to hang in the air. He jumps early, look, and it's bound for the far corner. Acrobatic save by David Seaman. Lee Martin, McClair. There's quite a lot for Manchester United to discuss and reassess at half-time, because on the balance of play, the score sheet of Manchester United 0, Queen's Park Rangers 0, as we approach the half-time whistle, will certainly be unsatisfactory. But Queen's Park Rangers, well, they might get away here through Steen, but the linesman's flag's gone up. Didn't go up at Loftus Road when he opened the scoring. One or two United defenders thought that it should. On this occasion it did. And it's a minute and a half of time which we've had added on to this first half, as George Courtney finally brings it to a halt. A first half in which David Seaman has been the undoubted hero for Queen's Park Rangers, with two really splendid saves, both of them from Manchester United's number 9, Brian McClair. But saves which mean we go in at half-time at Old Trafford. It's still 0-0, and who would doubt the prospect of maybe another replay at Loftus Road on Wednesday? Well, the temperature in Manchester tonight is almost warm enough for shirt sleeves, and so I suppose it's not a surprise that one or two people have got their seasons confused. Second Division Oxford still waiting to find out who they will play in the fourth round of the FA Cup on Saturday, as this third round tie stretches into the distance. We've now had 4 hours and 15 minutes of football and still no sign of a victor. It's Channing. Oh, nicely cut out by Lee Sharp to find Milne, who isn't quite able to make anything of it. Hooked over his head by Robson. Hughes battling. "13 goals this season from Mark Hughes, Manchester United's top scorer. Good turn by Coney. Robson in pursuit. What's a fine long-range shot as well. Got a lot of goals during his days at Fulham, Dean Coney. In fact, he scored 8 goals in 11 FA Cup ties that he played for Fulham. Playing in midfield for Queen's Park Rangers at the moment, he really struck that well. Covered all the way by Leighton. But just a threat of what Queen's Park Rangers can do if they get the opportunity. Having had to regroup and reassess after the sending off of Alan MacDonald, with Brian Law, having gone into the centre of defence and occasionally joined by Danny Maddox when United come forward in numbers. It's Parker. Steen wasn't quite tall enough. And Again, the Old Trafford crowd show their disapproval and one or two shouts of exasperation. Simon Barker, faced by Martin. Kerslake's available on his right. Oh, well done, Sharp. Good play by the fullback. He's only 17. Now go at him. Oh, tackle from the back, and it's a penalty. Justin Channing tackled him from the back. George Courtney was right on the spot, and that looked a little harsh. But it came about because a young player was prepared to run with the ball and commit defenders. A foolhardy tackle on Lee Sharp has given Manchester United, courtesy of George Courtney, the opportunity to take the lead. What a good, powerful run by a 17-year-old. A bargain buy from Torquay. And now McClair to try and beat Seaman from the spot. He's failed twice in normal play. This time he succeeds. Well, it wasn't the most accurate penalty you'll ever see struck, but they all count when they hit the back of the net. McClair's 9th goal of the season, and Manchester United are in the lead. Well, now it's a battle for Rangers. It's McClair again, forcing Seaman to come out of his area. And I have to feel sorry for Justin Channing. Robson, long range and well wide. Channing the guilty man, according to George Courtney, but Rangers will feel aggrieved. There was a very similar situation in the first replay at Loftus Road, when Rangers themselves might have had a penalty. On that occasion it wasn't given. Almost identical situation here. This time it was. A different night, and one has to say a different referee. Well, now Rangers will have to commit players to coming forward. Kerslake, Steen, and just run it out of play. So George Courtney, a figure of controversy on 2 occasions tonight. The sending off of MacDonald and a penalty, which in fairness a lot of people would have given, but I think Rangers will be very rueful when they remember that occasion at Loftus Road when they didn't get an almost identical one. Now Strachan, he's hurried forward, and a good tackle by Law. This is Brian McClair out wide. Lee Sharp will keep it in play. And away by Parker. Milne. Blackmore. To McClair. United keep the screw on. Strachan available. Oh, brilliant left foot shot. A third splendid save from David Seaman. McClair with a left foot, thumping shot. Turned over the bar. Well, Brian McClair might have had 4 in this match. As it is, he's only got the penalty to show. And Strachan to take the corner. And number 4, Steve Bruce, has come forward. This is Blackmore. This is Robson, with time to control it and pick his place. What a quality strike. Seaman looks disgusted. But that was the England captain at his best. He was outside the penalty area. It gave him time. The initial shot was a poor one by Blackmore. It fell fortunately to Robson, but look at the way he controls it. He picks his spot, and it's right in that top corner. You can't save those. It's perfect control, and it's a perfect finish. Not even Seaman can get that. Well, what a Trojan he is for Manchester United, Bryan Robson. His 6th goal of the season, having been carried off, remember, at the end of the first match, when there were serious doubts about his footballing future, hospitalised for a couple of days. But he's such a strong character, he was back after missing 2 matches. Lee Sharp. Blackmore. Robson. Well, that time his touch let him down. Kerslake. Coney, who's coming more forward now. Simon Barker's up with him. They're still outnumbered. And if they're going to resurrect it from 2-0, it'll have to be heroics from Rangers. Mark Hughes, twisting and turning. It's a solitary goal, is it here? Well, it was a solitary show. He was determined not to give it to McClair. He'd certainly made space for a shot, but maybe it would have been better to have pushed it out wide to Brian McClair. Seaman a long way out of goal, and Bryan Robson on the score sheet. His mother and father, having travelled down from the northeast to watch this game tonight, has given them something to smile about. And Queen's Park Rangers have made a substitution. Danny Maddox is the man who's gone off, and on comes young Bradley Allen, latest of the Allen family footballing dynasty. Younger brother of Clive, son of Les, who played in the Spurs double team in 1961. And cousin of Martin Allen, who plays at Rangers, and Paul Allen, who plays at Spurs. McGrath's header. Well, we're going to Wembley is the cheer from the Stretford end. And Manchester United, with 2 goals in the bag, make a second substitution, taking off Clayton Blackmore and sending on a very popular Russell Beardsmore, one of the new young crop of players who have inspired so much optimism at Old Trafford. He's just 20, Beardsmore. Donachie, Robson, lots of space for the United players to get into. McClair wide. Is he going to go around Law? He is done. Oh, there's plenty to pick out. They're all asking for it. There are hands up all over the place. Well, this time the pass from McClair was a bad one. But when he got around Brian Law, there must have been 4 Manchester United players running into the box with their hands raised, imploring him to give it to them. Bradley Allen to show what he can do. This might fall for Steen. And 2 is Lee Martin. Parker and Hughes together. We've heard that before. That's a great return ball by McClair. Hughes to Sharp. Oh. We'll stop it from going out. Thank you very much, says Justin Channing. Beardsmore, McGrath, Sharp, well, facing the wrong way, couldn't quite stop it from going out of play. Well, there's Trevor Francis in the middle there as we look, the Queen's Park Rangers manager. It's been a dismal spell since he took over at 34, player manager. They've only won 1 of the 9 games that they'd played before tonight under his managership. And now facing 2-0 defeat at Old Trafford, and with a very real prospect of Manchester United making it more before this second replay is finished. Parker's put it in his own net. Oh, it just went over the bar. Well, that would have been an absolute tragedy for Paul Parker. He's only a little fella to be a big hero, isn't he? And look at that, just over the bar for a corner. Strachan. Beardsmore still available, here he is. Chip up to the far post, yes! McClair gets his second. Well, David Seaman is disgusted. McClair gets his second, courtesy of a lovely little cross from Russell Beardsmore, who's just come on as a substitute. Look at that, he chips it up so invitingly. McClair, flashing header. Seaman beaten again. 77 minutes gone. And the goal glut that so many Manchester United faithfuls were hoping for and expected is now beginning to materialise against a Rangers side, remember, who have been down to 10 men since early in the first half. Dean Coney. Back from Bradley Allen. Now Donachie. Out wide for McClair. Little back heel was for Mal Donachie, and the cheeky stuff didn't quite work. And it's a real bumper crowd tonight. 46,257, which means that over 100,000 spectators have seen the 3 rounds of this third round cup tie. And the game will have grossed receipts approaching £500,000. 5 minutes left. And Justin Channing with the throw. Good jump by Bruce. Pisanti. Cross cut out by Bruce again. Donachie. For Strachan. If he can keep this in play, there's lots of space in front of him. And Brian Law, number 5, is looking a little leaden-footed. Oh, McClair down for Hughes. This will be a picture book goal. Well, it might have been. Hughes can't believe it. Head in the hands. Everything had gone right. McClair beautifully found by Strachan. And what an intelligent ball down for Hughes. And you'd put your money on Mark Hughes from there, wouldn't you? Couldn't quite keep it down. Justin Channing. These last few minutes are hard work for Rangers. Fleming. Dispossessed by Shah. Robson. Beardsmore. First touch was perfect. Hughes. Beardsmore. Lee Martin. And that's a Rangers throw. Coney. Nowhere for him to turn, really, was there? This is Fleming. Now they've got it into the middle, and Steen, as he has been for much of the match, is a solitary attacking player for Rangers. And Strachan, who's had a good game. Mal Donachie. Strachan, as we play out the last few seconds of normal time. He was dispossessed. And this is Justin Channing, the fullback, who's come forward, and Steen, who's gone out wide. And Rangers are still anxious to try and get on the score sheet. Sharp's interception, and that'll be a corner for Rangers. And it was a corner from that same side which brought their equaliser at Loftus Road in the last few seconds of extra time just over a week ago. If they score from this, it won't have the same result. Trailing by 3-0. Law. Allen. And the shot was tame. No difficulty for Leighton. Well, there's no doubt that the turning point in this match was that penalty 36 minutes from the end. Some may say controversially given by George Courtney, but tucked away by Bryan McClair, the first of his two, to give Manchester United a 3-0 victory in this marathon third-round cup tie. And it's second division Oxford who will visit Old Trafford for the fourth round here on Saturday. Bryan Robson chipped in with a real captain's goal. Precision finish from him. In the end, it was easy for United, but that didn't tell the whole story. Certainly the sending off was a feature, and United made to work hard by a Rangers team who came to defend and try and score on the break, and were not able to do so. Final score at Old Trafford, Manchester United 3, Queen's Park Rangers 0, a thoroughly entertaining game.